It's Ash from SuperVideos back for another video for the Walking Dead spinoff Raise the Dead with Daryl Dixon. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at something that we talked a little bit about in the previous video that we did, and that's related to whether Daryl being in France is too far-fetched. And this is based off of some leaked screenshots that have been released recently that showed Daryl Dixon puts the pieces together in terms of how he ends up in France. And like we said before, it's just a little unrealistic and just a little convenient, to say the least. So stay tuned, we'll be right back to break this down. Alright, as always, before we dive into it, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that said, let's dive right into it. So this is the first picture that we already talked about in the previous video. Obviously, we see a flipped boat and someone is on top of it. They're laying down like they're unconscious. And this is obviously Daryl Dixon. And this is either near France or it's near the United States when he first kind of washes away from the United States and floats towards Europe, particularly France. And obviously in the previous video we talked a lot about the fact that this is just a little unrealistic and it's definitely a super weird way of the story coming together for Daryl to just wash towards France from the United States like this. And as part of that, we talked a lot about how they're gonna have to put something in there in terms of someone saving Daryl and kind of taking him to France or something like that. And even with that, I mean, if they're close to the United States, why would someone help him and take him all the way to France? And if it's not, if it's near France, then how did he even get there? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of questions, a lot of very important questions that needs to be answered in order to make this realistic and make it make sense. But the other picture that was released is this one, Daryl Dixon falling into the ocean. Obviously, again, it's unrealistic that he wouldn't just die. As a result, if he's been in the water for quite some time, he would drown, obviously. So again, there's a lot of things that they need to answer. But we also have some pictures of boats that they've been decorating. So we have this one, we have this one, we have this one. Not much to say about these, but obviously these are boats that they're going to be utilizing for some of the scenes that are coming up for the Daryl Dixon show. As we saw in the previous video, they are going to be decorating some ports near France, in Marseille specifically, a coastal city in France. And that's probably where Daryl is first going to wash up and he'll basically get into France from there. But like I said, there's a lot of questions, more questions than answers at this point, but everything is pointing towards this show being a little ridiculous in the premise and in the background in terms of how everything kind of starts. But I hope that they actually explain things well, and I hope that it's not the fact that they're just hoping that the audience kind of dumbs down a little bit when it comes to the initial part of the story. I hope that there's a bit more to it. I hope that they spend a little bit more time to explain things in a realistic manner. But that's pretty much everything I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to join our community, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.